Hello everyone, welcome back. It's time for another look ahead video to New Comic Book Day, March the 15th of 2023. Today is Sunday the 12th, maybe, of March 2023, and out here in the backdrop I have kind of a theme with some optioned books. The Good Asian is really hot right now, as it was picked up and is supposedly in development, as well as Geiger. Now Geiger I'm really looking forward to. I'm all in on that Geiger universe. I just absolutely love the story. Jeff Johns really put together something really good there. Geiger, I believe, is slated for Amazon. And The Good Asian, I don't know. That one's that's new news. That basically just came out. And this is not cover A of number 1. This is cover B. And I remember when I bought this book thinking that this was cover A. And it wasn't. But yeah, at least I have that. This is that's just kind of one of the reasons why I always pick up number 1s, especially from Image. It always is a good idea to pick up number 1 books because you never know. And this one, I've never read any of this. I've never read The Good Asian, but I've heard it's a pretty good story. And yeah, there it is, optioned and in development for TV, just like that. And on that note, I also have a book here. This is Legend of Luther Strode. Luther Strode was supposedly in development for a movie, probably I can imagine that would be some kind of a B movie. I haven't heard anything, but supposedly it was in development. Now, we don't know what that means. I mean, you know, maybe it's not now, who knows. This is The Legacy. The first one is The Legend of Luther Strode, number 1. Then there was The Legacy of Luther Strode. And the very first Luther Strode comic was The Strange Talent of Luther Strode. And I do have like number 1, 2, 4, 5, and 6 or something like that of that series, but I just can't find them. I need to do some organization with my books. But yeah, so that's Luther Strode. That one's supposedly in development. Good Asian, Geiger. I have all the Geiger books. This is the only Good Asian book that I have. But like I said, I'm happy to at least have that. I wish I had cover A, but it is what it is. You know, cover B is better than nothing. So let's get into what is on the way for New Comic Book Day, the 15th or 14th if you're into the early DC stuff. I just wait till Wednesday on everything. It's looking like a light week for the first time in quite some time. It's not such a big week, which is nice. That'll be easy on the wallet. Needs some time to recover a little bit because it's been big week after big week after big week lately. So I'm welcoming a lighter week. Hopefully it's a 10-book week or something like that. I don't know exactly yet, but we'll find out. Starting with indies, I'm looking at AWA's Trojan number 3. I've liked that story. I didn't read number 2 yet, so I need to get on that, but it's actually a pretty good story. Number 1 was anyway, so I'll be picking that one up. Boom Studios puts out HARROWER number 2, and after reading number 1, I didn't mind it. It was kind of nothing new. It was nothing groundbreaking or anything like that. I did not like the art. I did not like the color. It's like everything was pastel. And for a story about a murderous force that is summoned or whatever, to have pastel background cover, it's just kind of misplaced a little bit in my book. But I don't know. We'll see. I might I might give it one more issue. And actually the the same writer that wrote Luther Strode is writing The Harrower, Justin Jordan. And my qualm with Luther Strode was I thought it was a really good idea, but I thought it was executed poorly. It was just filled with ridiculous, over-the-top violence, and it did not seem serious. So I kind of go in with a bias every time I read something by Justin Jordan. And I thought The Harrower was a little cliche. So I don't know. I'll probably pick up number 2, give it a read. But I'm not terribly impressed. Alright, anyway, we got from Blood Moon Comics. Stray Sheep number 2 is out, and this is an obscure little publisher. But I read number 1 of Stray Sheep number 2, Stray Sheep from Blood Moon, and I really, really enjoyed it. And it was one of those books that left me really wanting to read the next issue. So if my shop didn't order it in, which I'm probably going to have to start a pull list. I don't do a pull list. I get a kick out of the kind of the thrill of the hunt, and I'm kind of hunting, I'm going to the comic shop to hunt, right? But I like going and picking my books off the shelf. I get there as soon as that door opens, so I feel like I got the pick of the litter when it comes to books. And that's just how I like to do it. I don't really want to do a pull list. But for stuff like this Blood Moon comic stuff that's really obscure, you might have to do a pull list. And if they don't have this one ordered, I will talk to them and tell them that I want that brought in. And I'll probably have to start a pull box. But that's Stray Sheep number 2 from Blood Moon. Image has a pretty good week. Image puts out Art Brut number 4, and I've collected 1 through 3. I'm not crazy about the story. It's really strange to me. But I've kind of committed to buying it throughout so far. So I am going to pick it up and just kind of see where it goes. Am I going to continue with Art Brut? I don't know yet. Gunslinger Spawn number 18 is out, and this is one of my favorite books going. Gunslinger is awesome, and this cover, this clown cover, is pretty amazing. So I'm looking forward to it. I'll probably buy a couple of these, maybe 3 copies, and at $2.99, it's not going to kill you. Last, Barbarians number 2 is out. I really enjoyed the first issue. I liked how it was narrated. I like this character. I can't remember her name right now. But the main character was really kind of relatable and likable. It came across as someone who is kind of a screw up, and she knows it, and she's doing her best, which you can kind of relate to. So I really, really enjoyed that book. I'm looking forward to this one. Monarch number 2 is out. I liked the first issue of that one. It was kind of strange how it was like an alien thing or whatever, and the bully got smoked by the aliens, and then did they abduct the young kid? I don't remember. I'm probably going to have to recap number 1, but I remember I did like it, and yeah, looking forward to number 2. A new one in the massive verse of Image, the kind of the Radiant stuff and Rogue Sun world, has a new entry called No One. No One number 1. And that kind of goes along with this stuff. Good Asian. If it's number 1, just pick it up. You never know. So I'm definitely going to pick that one up, and I'll give it a read and see what I think about it. And on to Marvel. Marvel has a few books out that I'm interested in. First being Immoral X-Men #2. Now this is the second in the 100-year time frame of the Sins of Sinister and his Sinistry. And this one's kind of hard to follow a little bit. It's like a book that you have to read a couple of times to get the gist of it. But it's been pretty fun. I've enjoyed it. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one. Gold Goblin #5. I've read this one throughout, and I've really enjoyed Gold Goblin. It's kind of a book to me that has a lot of feeling, and you really are pulling for Norman. Is he going to stay a hero, or is he going to fall back to his evil ways? You know, you're kind of pulling for him to pull through, but you kind of want to see the Green Goblin again, you know. And how do you go with that one? But it's been a good read, really has. Hulk #13 is out this week, and I've jumped off of that after issue 9, and I kind of decided to jump back on and kind of ride it out because it is canceling after issue 14 or 15 or something like that. And I just decided I'll go ahead and buy it through, pick up the annual that's coming out in September, Hulk Annual #1, or I believe it's Hulk Annual #1. It might be Hulk Annual 2023, I don't know. But that's coming out, and that is a big book that you're going to want to pick up, because that one has a preview of the series that is going to launch later on in the summer called The Incredible Hulk, which is a more grounded story based on what Stan Lee's vision was for The Incredible Hulk. Kind of a Jekyll and Hyde type thing that the Hulk is. A story of monsters type thing. So I'm really looking forward to that. Get Hulk out of space. Get the dumb uniform or whatever that robotic looking thing off of the Hulk. The starship thing's got to go. We just need the Incredible Hulk back. Some good stories. It's going to be kind of a horror themed thing, I believe. It's kind of go in the vein of the Immortal Hulk, which Philip Kennedy Johnson, the writer of the new series, said that he was heavily influenced by the Al Ewing run Immortal Hulk. So good things are coming for Hulk fans. And I'm a Hulk fan. I can't wait for that. Miles Morales Spider-Man #4 is out. This has been a pretty good story. Rabel is kind of, I don't know, I'm on the fence about this character. I like her as a character. I don't know if I like her as a villain. I'm kind of hoping that her and Miles kind of come to terms with each other, or you know, they kind of start working together. Maybe I just don't see her as a real enemy. I guess it's the motivation behind her bad turn I don't quite love. I'd like to see her and Miles kind of become, maybe she becomes like an anti-hero type against tech companies or something. I don't know. I'm looking forward to seeing where they go with this. So it's been a pretty good read so far, though. Red Goblin #2. That one seems like it was out 2 months ago, and I really enjoyed Red Goblin #1. It ended with them going down into the sewers and finding who the new Goblin King is. And I really liked the banter between Normie Osborn and his symbiote, which I forget, Rascal. He calls it Rascal, I believe. I really liked the story and how they, kind of dialogued back and forth, if you will. I really enjoyed that part of this book. Really, a lot of character development I thought was in that book. And yeah, I'm in on it, and I'm looking forward to this issue. Wolverine #31 is out. And I am a Wolverine fan, you know, by my logo. Wolverine's one of my favorites, and I just buy Wolverine, even if it's no good, I buy it. So Wolverine number 31, we'll be picking that up. And a second print is out. If my shop has it, I'll pick it up. If they don't, which I don't think they will, because they're not big. My shop is not big on buying in second prints. But Star Wars High Republic, the Blade number 2, has a second printing coming out. And I'd like to get that, but like I said, if my shop didn't order it, I'm not going to worry about it. So, but just so you know, it is available this week. So yeah, look forward to your shop. And that really is it. So we're looking at a total of what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15 titles. 15 titles. So it could end up being another close to 20 book week. So maybe it won't be so light. You know, but no DC at all. I'm not looking at not one DC book. So yeah, that's just the way it is. When it comes to DC, I'm a Batman and Superman guy. That's about it. And you know, the Flash every now and again, Green Lantern every now and again. You know what? When the new number ones start rolling out, I know we just got news that Tom King is going to be doing Wonder Woman. He's relaunching Wonder Woman. Of course, we just got Superman, which is I loved Superman. And Green Lantern, I believe, is getting relaunched. I will buy the number ones, and maybe that'll be my jumping on point with these, these new DC titles. Once they relaunch and they restart, new creative teams, new ideas. Maybe I'll jump in and see if I can become more of a DC guy. Yeah, we'll see. Remains to be seen. All right, guys, that's going to do it for today. Everyone have a great Sunday, and we will see you after New Comic Book Day. See you then, and bye for now.